Welcome back to iceHQ in Reservoir in Melbourne, Australia for round 9, the second game of the evening between the Moat Inferno and the Bruins. This one will be a cracker. For the Bruins, they are through to the finals. The number of points they have can't make a difference. At the moment, they are second in the ladder, and that's without question. However, where it comes down to the interest is for the Inferno. They are currently on 4 points and the Snipers on 5. The Snipers not able to beat the Dogs in their previous game. They a 5-1 defeat there for the Dogs. So it's absolutely in this one. The Inferno need to win it in order to get themselves into the playoffs. The Bruins very short bench tonight, but they are with their captain. However, Inferno without their captain Brendan McDowell, and that'll make a big difference to them. But otherwise, they've got a full line. I'm Carl Brewer, and I'm joined this evening by Anton Goss in the box with me tonight with his Snipers hat on.
Yeah, it's a tough game for the Snipers, but they're still ahead on the ladder, so they're going to be watching, hoping that the Bruins can pull a number on the hoping that the Bruins can pull a number on the Inferno. But the Inferno, they'd be G'd up right now, right? They knew with a Sniper win, it would be all academic, and this would just be a friendly. So they've got something to play for, and with the players they have on the ice, they're going to be hoping that they're going to be able to not only outnumber them on the bench, but outnumber them on the scoreboard when it's all said and done tonight.
It'll be on. They are going to be. The Inferno don't have their captain Brendan McDowell with them tonight, but they do have Michael Breveld in goals for them. I don't think we've seen him in goals for them before. I'm not sure. They're also without Andrew Bellick or Travis Woods or Matt Anderson, but they do have Hector Drolnik and the defensive wall, Steve Bellick there, the general back there, keeping everything under control. I was chatting with Steve on Wednesday night, and he was saying they're pretty keen to get through this one. And he was also very proud of his defensive efforts against the Dogs when they played against them too. We brought that up in conversation, had a bit of a chat about how the Dogs like to get those stretch passes. Yes. And Bellick said, not when I'm on the ice, they don't.
So, just looking at these Inferno leaders, right? You see all across the board, goals, points, assists. Brendan McDowell, who is going to be missing for the Inferno. So look for the guys like Austin McKenzie, Matt Anderson, and the defender who was missing last week, Jackson Lane, to really drive the offense for the Inferno. And with the smaller bench that we have for the Bruins, I think what you're going to be looking for the leading scorer for the Bruins, Tommy Powell, obviously, he'll be out there wanting to get on the score sheet. But I think, with a little bit of extra legs, I'd be looking at the young players of Gavin Bursler and Jacob Laver as well, who'll just get a little bit more ice time and probably just have a little bit more speed compared to some of the older veterans for the Bruins.
They'll certainly need those guys to step up. But another player who's really impressed us for the Inferno has been Russian friend Evan Kristalev, who's been really solid. He's an unflappable player. He's just got this composure about him. When he gets a hit or maybe someone does something a bit dirty to him, he just shrugs his shoulders and keeps going. He's pretty much unrufflable, and he's got really good defensive vision. And he's a real playmaker as well. He's going to be a strong player that the Bruins will need to make sure they don't take him for granted.
Yeah, when you look at the season, right, Evan really was the first guy really started laying the body. I think it was about round 3. He started throwing the body out there, and that just started G'ing up the ice a little bit and getting that physicality up. So I think, watch him to not only be great defensively, get up in the offense, but look for him to lay the body on some of these speedsters that we have for the Bruins.
Yes, as we've kind of reinforced throughout the series, this is round 9 by now, and I probably sound a bit like a broken record, but those hits take it out of you. And if someone like Evan and Bellick can deliver some decent hits onto the Bruins relatively early, that's going to take the stuffing out of them. And by the time they get to the third, that short bench, they're just going to run out of legs. So last time these two teams played, the Bruins beat the Inferno 6-3, and the time before that 3-1. So the Bruins with a significant advantage, but it's a different day, it's a different game, and we're about to get underway.
There we go. So Hector Vronak just wins that forward to Laver, who'll be playing on D tonight. So Laver over to Rose. Rose now for the Bruins. Sends that forward, but Evan Kreutzlev's going to deflect that into the corner. So Tommy Powell chasing Kreutzlev, but Kreutzlev does a nice job. Just use the body to protect it and send that the length of the ice. Rose skating back is going to get that just before it goes down to the goal line, so to negate the ice. So Rose, as he often does with speed, skating through the neutral zone now, gets that into the off zone, but a big hit there by Kreutzlev. So he's
Evan delivering.
He obviously was listening to the broadcast because he's delivering exactly what we said he was going to do, and he just absolutely plastered Rose there. But a great shot now there by Jones. but not able to get through. So here's now Warren, who tried to go across to Powell, but that deflected off the leg of Austin McKenzie.
A little bit of confusion in mid-ice there with Inferno, but a good save by Breadveld, sorry.
Yeah, Breadveld with the glove save, and he just keeps the puck moving. You see, he saw that his team was back, and he said, let's not take the face off. Let's try to get up there and chase it. Keep the puck moving, right? With a short bench for the Bruins, I'd assume.
And a big bench for the Inferno. They've just been done for extra man.
Oh.
No?
No, I think that was icing.
Yep.
There. Yeah. So I was just saying, I think Breedfeld, sorry, when he gets the opportunity, he's going to want to keep the puck moving because he wants to give as few opportunities for these Bruins to have a breather as he can. So here's Gavin Birchler now with the face-off there for the Bruins, and he wins that forward for his teammate to have chase. So a little battle behind. Birchler picks it up behind the net, looks in front, but that just missed Cutter and missed everyone else, and that's going to go the length of the ice. But given that came off a stick of a Bruin, obviously no icing. So Kevin Peng now for the Bruins behind his own net, just waiting for his team to circle. He finds some space. He's going to skate himself and send that over to Birchler. So Birchler now just chips it up to Cutter, but a nice stick there by Jackson Lane, getting it up to Logan Gallagher. So Gallagher up to Thompson. Thompson battling there with Laver. So Laver now loses the puck there to Thompson, but able just to get some support there by Birchler. So Birchler up to the half wall. And the Bruins get that through Jesse Thompson with a little bit of a tumble. And now here's Todd Cutter. So Todd Cutter picks up the fortuitous puck on the thing, brings it to the back end. Little chip, but gets that wide. He'll collect his own puck in the corner, circle that back for Birchler. But that's Jack McCoy there able to collect the puck and get that only as far as the half wall. Nice puck little just goes there, but Breadfeld was down for the save. And that's going to get now here for the Inferno. So the Inferno will get it out through McCoy. He's going to send that over to Jackson Lane. So Lane now in the neutral zone, dumps that puck deep. And out comes Leatham to stop the puck for his defender there.
So the challenge, I think, for the Inferno this evening is to play the game at a higher tempo than they're used to and really put that early pressure on the Bruins and try and run their legs off. They need to win it. They know they need to win it.
So here's Warren now. Warren passes it through. Oh, Powell just not able to get the contact that he wanted, and that just goes wide. Great play there by the Bruins vets there. So here's Klink now battling on Dalveen, who gets it back to Campbell, who gets the pass over to Vrelnek, and he scores! Vrelnek
beautiful one-timer.
With the one-timer, getting it short side just there over the pad of Chris Leatham, and we've got a 1-0 game for the Inferno and a must-win. Let's go.
That's how they need to start it. They've got to really raise that intensity. They're a bit lucky there to get away with that move early with Tommy Powell not quite able to put it in the net. He'd be a little bit disappointed with that one. It was a bit of a gift. But then the Inferno sweep straight back and crank it up.
So this is just the start the Inferno want. Shots 2-2, but 1 goal to the good. So here's Warren now circling in his own zone for the Bruins. And he'll bring that through the neutral zone, using his size just to keep that away, and he'll dump that down and give chase to his own puck. There's Bellick, though, able to chip that up to the half wall, but gets it only as far as Peng for the Bruins. Peng with a shot, deflected, but into the breadbasket of Breadfeld for a nice save, and he'll cover up for a face-off.
Interesting to see what sort of a face-off pattern the Inferno used for this defensive one. There's a number of different variations that can be used on a defensive zone face-off, and this time they're electing to go with a straight across line. And the defensive player skates across behind on the wing, which is exactly what happened.
Yeah, so there's Bellick getting up to Anderson, who tried to send it over to Jones, but nice interception there by Powell. So Laver's going to send that over to Rose, and Rose is going to curl and feed that up to Powell. So Powell here on the near side on his off wing, drops it back to Warren. Warren curls, brings it up into the front, curls again with the puck with a shot, but Breadfeld with the goal! Top shelf! There you go. I think Breadfeld thought he had that in his glove, and he fooled me. I thought he saved that as well, but Warren with a nice job just to control it, bring it across the net, and send that up and over and into the goal. So we've got a game. 1-1.
Breadfeld should have pulled out his phantom puck and stuck it in his glove and said, no, it's in here, I've got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that one behind me. It's not a game puck.
Yeah, great job by Warren there, just to curl, use his body to shield the puck, bring it across his own, force Breadfeld to move across, and then just whip that up over the shoulder and then into the top shelf where they keep the cookies from the kids, right, Carl?
The biscuits in the jar.
The biscuits,
yes,
the Tim Tams, yeah. Sorry, there you go. So 1-1 hockey game early here in the first period of this must-win for the Inferno. So Todd Cutter just deflects that out of the air, and he's going to dump that into the corner for his teammate to have chase. And that was Nikitin giving chase. So Cutter now battling there against McKenzie, but McKenzie able to get back, and he has speed. So McKenzie in on Laver. He's going to curl wide, bring it to the front, get a shot on, but a nice save there by Leatham, and that's going to get shot out of the zone by the by the Bruins for the Inferno's Jackson Lane to send it over to McCoy, who brings that over to Jones. Jones over to Vrelnek. Vrelnek on the offside brings it back to Gallagher. Gallagher back into the corner for Vrelnek. Vrelnek being battled there by Laver, but he comes out with the puck. He's going to bring that to the point for Jackson Lane, who's going to take a shot on. Handcuffs Leatham, but a nice save gets it into the corner. So Alex Rose now battling hard against Gallagher. Gallagher separates Rose from the puck, but picked up there by young Gavin Birchler, the champ beauty. So here's Vrelnek now, just patiently having a look, trying to find his teammate there in McCoy, who sends it. Deflection! Oh, Chessie Thompson nearly deflected that in, but that just went high and wide. So here's the captain now of the Bruins with speed. Little inside-outside pass. Bellick takes it wide, gets a shot on, saved by Bredfeldt, who then is going to cover up and bring a nice little face-off. So great play there by the Bruins, and a nice shot there by Powell, but Bredfeldt made a great save.
And you can see Tommy Powell starting to do that Jamie Burkage, a lot of waiting for those stretch passes. He's cherry picking a lot out of the back of the game already. So Inferno need to watch out for that, but it also means that they're taking that risk and they're short-handed when they're defending.
Matt Knox just wins that forward right past Bremner, and he goes inside-outside on Peng, takes a shot but shoots that wide, and Kreutzlev able to keep that in and shoot that deep to Dalvin, but Laver was able to intercept that, but drops that back to Bremner, who picks it up behind his own net and just gets it away from Dalvin, and with a little bit of extra time is able to get that over to Peng. So Peng through to Laver, who tried to deflect that to Powell, but there's Kreutzlev who got the puck, and he's just going to try to shoot that on, but that just went wide. So Peng battling on the half wall there, gets it to Laver. Laver now with the move, so Laver with speed, bringing in, he's got Bremner with him. It's a 2-on-1 with Kreutzlev. Laver with the shot, just gets that wide, but collects his own rebound there, battling hard with Kreutzlev. Kreutzlev now shoots that out into the Inferno bench.
Is that a deflection? No, it's got into the bench. That's all right. Yep. It's not 2 minutes. Kreutzlev there. You can see him keeping a really close eye on Tommy Powell when Tommy Powell starts to skate around the neutral zone looking for those stretch passes. So it's preventing him from getting up and defending the blue line because he's having to watch that move all the time, which does impact a little bit on the Inferno's ability to score goals from there.
So here's McCoy now, sending that up to Jones. A nice stick by Rose, but Jones able to pick up that puck. Jones through to McCoy with a shot, shoots that wide. So here's Cutter now battling with McCoy, gets it back to Lane, who tried to shoot that deep, but that went into the chest of Gavin Birchler and out of the zone. So here's Rose, who picks it up. Birchler, just waiting for Birchler to get inside, drops that back to Keaton, who just hits that over the net. So now Cutter on the half wall, has a look, just chips it in front in a deflection off the defender of Lane, but that just goes wide into the corner. So Peng with a nice activation off the point, able to keep the puck, but an even better stick by Vrelnek. Drop there for Jones, down to McKenzie, back up to Jones, who tried to shoot the puck deep, but that just got deflected there by a Bruin, and Alex Rose will pick it up behind his own net. So Alex Rose now battling with two Inferno, and the Inferno come out the puck with McCoy. McCoy tried to get around Rose, but Peng able to pick that up. Back with with Lane with a shot off the back wall, in front for Jones with a rebound. Two great saves there by Leatham. And here's Gavin Birchler now, who's just going to try to keep that away from the Inferno, but the Inferno back with Knox with a shot just high and wide. Just not able to have the targets on so far with the Inferno, just missing the net on the last few scoring opportunities.
They're certainly creating the chances, though. They're getting a really good forecheck, and the Bruins showing some fairly tired legs already in terms of just being able to keep up with the intensity. They're not quite sprinting at the pace they need to be, but watch out for Jeff Klink now. He's taken over that role from Tommy Powell of really circling down deep looking for the stretch pass.
Yeah, so here's Jacob Laver now. Just chips it up to Jeff Klink. Body laid on by Bellick, and here comes Matt Knox. But Matt Knox not able to get it deep. So here's Bremner now for the Inferno. Sends that over to Powell, who's being watched there by Gallagher. Nice job to shield the puck. Throws it in front. Deflection. It's in! He scores! Bremner with a fortuitous rebound. He's Johnny on the spot. Just gets that puck and nicks that in short side, and we've got a 2-1 hockey game for the Bruins. So that's exactly what the Bruins would want with a short bench, early lead, and a great job just to crash the net by Bremner, and an even better job by Powell just to throw the puck on net there to get that opportunity.
Well, story, you get it on the net, sometimes they go in and just keep firing it there. So far the shots 6-7 in favour of the Bruins, but just the way the game's flowing, that was against the flow of play, and you get that a lot obviously in hockey, but just can't help but feel that Inferno are going to boil this over a little bit later in the game. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, so I think that's one that Bredfeldt might want back, just given the fact that he did make the initial save, but just kind of let over a rebound that just happened to get into really a great opportunity for Bremner to be there. But as you said in the last game, which was a very similar goal for Verjasov, you got to be in the right spot to score, and Bremner was there.
If you're in the right place, magic happens. If you're not, I guarantee that it won't.
So here's Bremner up against Vrelnek with Laver and Peng there on the point for the Bruins. So face-off sent over to the wing, and Dalvin able to keep that away from Powell. So Dalvin just chips that forward, looking for Campbell, but Kevin Peng's able to collect the puck. Nice little poke check by Dalvin, and here's Vrelnek now with the shot. Oh, off the post. Yeah, Jinxie on Minnesota. So no, good opportunity, but not able to put the puck in the net. And here's Jacob Laver now. So Jacob Laver just chips that off the wall up to Powell. Powell's going to go for that alley-oop pass, looking for Cutter, but that was Krutzev able to send that forward. So here's Vrelnek, who just rung one off the post, looking for Dalvin, but a great little poke check there by Peng to put that into the corner. So here come the Bruins now with Warren up to Powell, but a great poke check there by Krutzev just to send it out to the wing. So nice little job there by Powell, bringing the puck through his legs just to shield it. Was looking for Laver, but a great defensive play by Campbell. But here comes Bremner with a shot. Nice save by Bredfeld. So early.
Tommy Powell throwing all the magic, but Krutzev just playing the body.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about the puck. Someone gets fancy. You just don't look at the puck. Look at the hut. Look at the opponent's hips, and that's where they're going.
That's for sure. So early on really in this first period, it's being led by the two of Tommy Powell and Warren there, with Powell doing all the moves on the outside and Warren really taking control of that slot area. But here's Cutter, who sends it to Nikitin, who gets it back to Birchler, who throws that deep into the slot. But a nice job there by Lane to collect that and send it up the wall. So a battle for the puck there, and Birchler comes out with it. He's got the puck with a shot, and a nice save there by Bredfeld.
With the flow and the slow, but not the go. Not the goal. Not that time anyway, but he's certainly got the Letterkenny flow happening there.
Yeah.
Mr. Birchler, he's lining up for the face-off as well.
That's for sure. So here's Birchler up against Knox. Just a little bit of patience there, and Knox wins the puck back. He's been good on the face-off dot early is Knox. But the Bruins are first to the puck, and that's Cutter over to Birchler, but a great stick by McCoy. So here come 3 Inferno with only Alex Rose back. Here's Austin McKenzie with the shot off the post again. Man, Chris Leatham's going to have to buy that post of beer. But here come the Bruins, and that's Todd Cutter, who's just going to send that deep, and that's actually Birchler that was just offside. So the Bruins will have to touch back, and that'll give the Inferno plenty of time to regroup and get out of their zone. But intercepted here by Klink, but just the body laid on him by McCoy. So he made a great move, but McCoy able just to lay the body and separate Klink from the puck, who otherwise would have been in all alone on Bredfeld.
It's not often you see a good clean ice, middle ice hit like that.
Yeah, and there we go again. Nice job by Peng just to move Lane out after Lane put the puck between his legs. So there's Warren over to Cutter, who's going to take that deep into the corner. He's got Klink riding in front of the net, crashing, but he's not able to feed that puck to him. So the Inferno through Vrelnek now with the puck, sending up to the half wall for Thompson, but just goes a little bit wide. So now that's Laver over to Rose. Rose chips it forward up to Warren. So Warren now with a high pass over to Powell, who gloves that down, and he's going to dump that for Warren to give space. So Warren's going to be first to the puck, being washed by Gauss. Sends it in front. What a deflection there by Laver. And I'm not going to read his lips, but I'll tell you what, he wasn't happy with that one not going in.
Well, Bredfeld was there, and that's the thing. The goalie gets his body in the way. It's a big body, and it's got a lot of padding. It takes a lot to get around. So nice play too there by Jesse Thompson, getting set up in that little attacking move as well from the Inferno.
Yeah, but the Bruins, which they often do, they're activating really well from the defensive zone, especially with a player like Laver, who we've seen early on playing D, but the last few weeks has been playing forward. Watch him to get into those scoring opportunities a lot more. So speak of the devil, it comes back to him now with a shot through, but that's going to get deflected over to Rose. Rose with plenty of space, just trying to crowd that puck to get that flat on the ice and gets to the Powell. Wide over to Nikitin with a shot, and that just goes wide. So Krutzev is going to send that up off the wall, but that's going to only go as far as Laver. Laver's going to send that over to Rose, who's going to have a look, and he's going to wrist one in on Bredfeld, right into the bread basket. And that's another save.
Knew that one was going to come out sooner or later. A little bit of push and shove in front of the net there between Kristolov and I think it might have been Tommy Powell, I'm not sure. But they're just asserting dominance over that area in front of the net, making sure your goal is protected. The defensive play will not let that one go, not without a fight.
Yeah, some good offensive pressure here for the Bruins. We've had the puck in the offensive zone for the last 4 or 5 minutes now. So here's Peng going deep, and a nice stick there by Bellick. That gets back to Laver with a shot deep. Kick save by Bredfeld, but that's come in. Peng Peng and Birchler just didn't know who was going to collect that puck, and that little bit of hesitancy allowed the Inferno to set up defensively. So here's Knox now with the puck for the Inferno, bringing that up on the far wing, cuts into the middle with a shot, and that's going to go wide. And Keaton's going to battle there for the Bruins just to try to get that out, and that's going to get to Birchler. And Birchler's just going to tie up with Campbell, and we're going to have a penalty, and that's just going to go in offside. But with the offside whistle, we'll have Matty Campbell, who I'm sure didn't do it on purpose, but he tripped Birchler, who tried to get past, and he'll sit for 2.
Yep, no hesitation whatsoever of the referee on that one. Yeah. That was straight away in for the trip for 2-minute penalty, and the Inferno. You're right. They've been trapped for a while against the Bruins. They've done a good job of sustained forechecking pressure, which obviously starting to tire out the Inferno, which is not what we expected. But there's 3 periods in this game with 1 minute and 45 to go in the first one.
My apologies on that one. That was Dalveen. So it was Dalveen and Campbell side by side. I think the refs could have taken either one of them, but Dalveen's the one sitting for 2. But here's Austin McKenzie, who picks the pocket of Warren, and he's going to come in shorthanded, and he's just going to send that to the corner and kill off some time there on the penalty. So he's going to hold that in, have a look, but he's beaten there by Rose, and a little poke check there by Leatham.
So an opportunity there, actually, from McCoy to just possibly tap that one. He wasn't quite in the right place to get it, but pretty close.
So Peng sends it over to Rose, picked up by Warren, who's having a great game. He's going to backhand sauce that over to Powell. So Powell now at the point, just going to circle it back and drop that for Bremner. Just circle that in front. Powell now in the slot with a shot. That just goes wide, clink in front. Able to get another shot, but a great save again by Bredfeld. So now Warren gets that back to Birchler. Birchler's going to look over to Rose. Rose now on the point, sends that deep to Powell. So Powell in the far corner now being watched there by McCoy is just going to bring that up the half wall. Powell still with the puck. Brings that, walks the line, and sends that down to Warren. Warren now in the deep corner, in front to Klink, but not able to connect on that. And the Inferno are going to get that deep for Leatham to come out, stop the puck, and allow Gavin Birchler to pick that up and allow his teammates to have a
50 seconds
quick
to
little
go
change.
On the penalty.
So Birchler sends it up to Powell, who deeps that forward. Jackson Lane just didn't know where it went, and that allowed Cutter to pick up the puck. Cutter with a nice move to shield himself and collect that and take that behind the net. Battling there against 2 Inferno. He's going to send that up the half wall over to Rose. Rose drops that for Warren, who's going to send a shot in off the back of Lane. And in front, and it's in. There you go, a great pass there by Alex Rose. Just behind the back, fooled absolutely everyone, and Johnny on the spot. Gavin Birchler threw that puck in net, and we've got a 2-goal lead now here for the Bruins. What a pass. Look at that CCM all-out replay. Alex Rose just takes the puck behind. It looks like he's going to curl, but he just does the no-look backhand pass, and Gavin Birchler makes no mistake with the open net. So 3-1 hockey game, end of the first. We'll be excited to see if the Inferno can put a little bit more of a push for this second and third period.
You're going to need to pick it up, absolutely. We've got a 1-minute break now, and then we'll be back with you in a minute. And welcome back to iceHQ and Reservoir in Melbourne for the second period between the Moat Inferno and the Bruins. The Bruins up 3-1. Inferno have to win this one to get themselves into the finals.
Yeah, so great start by the Bruins, who have done a really good job of getting the puck forward. And there's now Nikitin able to get that deep, and he's going to look back to Laver and send that back to Laver. So Laver now on the point, takes a shot through, and that just goes high and wide. So Bellick now for the Inferno, collecting it. He's going to take that to the protection of his own net and send that up to McKenzie on the half wall. McKenzie able just to chip that forward, and Gavin Birchler is going to need to Jacob Laver is going to need to get that there first in order to control that puck away from Vrelnek, who are in on a 2-on-1. But that drops back to Jones with a shot and a glove save and a beauty by Chris Leatham.
Yeah, Lethem just plucking that one out of there. I think if the Inferno were to be a chance here, they're going to really need to ramp up the intensity. They're just cruising a little bit more than they need to. If they don't pick the speed up, then the advantage they have of the bigger bench is not going to be as significant as it otherwise could be. They've got to lay the hits on, and they've got to get the speed of the game faster.
And just on that replay, you look at Lethem doing such a great job of getting out of that blue paint to cut down the angle and make a really beautiful glove save. So Jacob Laver able to get that forward, and now that's Powell battling against Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane loses his stick, and Jesse Thompson able to pick that puck up, which will allow Lane to pick up his stick. And that's McCoy able to get that up to Gallagher. So Gallagher just chips that forward looking for Jesse Thompson, but that only went far as Peng. Peng sends it back where it came from, and Gallagher for the Inferno back to McCoy. Over to Jackson Lane. So Jackson Lane now for the Inferno, looking for that cross-ice pass, but that's picked off by Warren. Jack McCoy lays the body, but not able to collect the puck, but now that squirts out for Gallagher. So Gallagher for the Inferno on the far wing, battling through, brings it over to his backhand, created some space, shoots in front, and a deflection up and into the netting.
Thompson there with a good opportunity for that deflection into the net, and pretty unlucky that one didn't go in. We'll see this one on the replay.
Yeah, so yeah, great job by Gallagher just to create some space there in the high slot, and did what all coaches tell you to do, throw the puck on net. But this one was not going to fool Chris Lethem, especially when it doesn't hit the hit the 4x6, right?
It's got to go there, absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the Inferno with Warren on the half wall, having a look, trying to do that stretch pass to Powell, and this is actually going to work. Powell's going to beat out the icing. He's going to take a nice little clapper, but that's going to go wide. Get through to Campbell. Campbell's going to just chip that out, but it's only going to go as far as Warren. Warren's going to just back pass that to himself, come into the zone, and just get absolutely drilled by Kruselev.
Kruselev says, welcome to iceHQ, sunshine.
Yeah, so Kruselev laying the body early, and he's trying to inspire his team for a comeback in this must-win for the Inferno. So Inferno get it deep, and Peng getting chased there by Bellick, and Peng able just to curl back and corral the puck. He's going to put that up to Klink, who's going to get that up to Warren. So here's Warren now in the zone, taking a shot off the chest, battles, gets his own rebound, he scores!
Right in.
There you go. So Jordan Warren able to get a nice little goal. He collects his own rebound and pops that puck in.
So what's the thing we always tell players when they're learning? Chase your shots and get your rebounds.
For sure, and maybe the Bruins know something that we don't. They're just peppering shots on Bredfeld today, who's having a little bit of trouble covering all these rebounds, and Bremner able to just get that off the chest. It bounces in front and then sends that through the wickets.
The 5-hole, yeah.
So this isn't the start that the Inferno would have hoped for after scoring the first goal of the game. They thought maybe we're on, and the snipers, who I see a lot of them standing around watching, they would definitely like this scoreline. And none more than Jacob Laver's pops, Brent Laver, right?
There may be a transport arrangement there.
Yeah.
If they don't win, they don't get a drive home.
Exactly. So
it's a long walk.
Here we go. So the Inferno need to start heating up now, and they've got a shot there through Knox, but a glove save there by Lethem, and did give up the rebound, was able to get his stick and just corral that back in to cover up for a face-off.
That is certainly what they need to be doing. They're getting those shots on.
Yeah, here's this replay. So just a nothing shot on net, and I don't know if he was maybe hoping the rebound would come up to Powell, but the rebound popped out to him, and he was able to put the puck in the net. So here's Rose throwing it into the corner for Bercher to pick it up and send it up to Cutter. But Jackson Lane able to interfere, and a nice deflection there by Jones, but that's going to go into the corner. So the Inferno with McCoy sending that deep, but Jacob Laver is going to be the first one to pick it up here on the half wall, and he's going to chip that length of the ice. And with the arm up here by young Hamish, he's going to be icing. No, and actually beat off by Bercher. So that's that speed we were talking about pregame that we want from those young players.
Well, that's what the Bruins need to do. They've got to keep that up, but. The
Inferno
really need to ramp up that intensity. It's just not happening yet.
Yeah, so here come the Inferno through McKenzie, who throws that one on. A nice little poke check there by Lethem, who gets it back to Lane, who's going to whip that around for Jones to pick that up behind the net. So Jones behind the net sends that into the corner for McKenzie, being battled there hard by Laver, and the puck squirts out there to Cutter. So now here comes Birchler, and Laver is activating through into the middle. Birchler to Laver, and Laver just with the bouncing puck tried to get the shot off, but that went out into the netting.
It looked like he was trying to put that somewhere into Doncaster.
Yeah, it's a tough one. If you look at this replay, the puck comes through and it's bouncing, and he just hits it while it's in the air. So it's hard to keep those ones down. But a great skate by Laver to activate from the D and get into that scoring opportunity.
Those that don't know the geography around here, just over that back wall behind the Zamboni door, is Darabin Creek, and maybe he was trying to give the puck a
here's
swim.
Warren with another shot, and he's been great tonight. And here's Powell now, gets it over to Laver. So Laver, center of the ice, takes a shot, deflected off the stick of Powell and out of the zone.
Powell was jumping to get out of the way of that one.
Yeah.
You could see the shot coming from Laver on the point.
Yeah,
he certainly got onto it pretty well.
There's a nice little tap on the butt by his captain saying, you're having a great game so far, Jacob. Keep it up. So another save there by Bredfeld, who's made 16 saves. Despite letting in the four goals, he's just been peppered with. It's been all Bruins since really the first few minutes of the game.
It certainly has. The thing that the goalies will always tell you is that I'll stop the first one. You've got to stop the rebounds.
Yeah.
And that hasn't been happening with the Inferno. That mostly not owning the space in front of the net as well as they need to.
So here's Peng on the point with a shot through, and it's going to get cut loose, and that's in. There you go,
Another
Tommy Powell. So Kevin Peng with a nice shot from the point along the ice. Bredfeld not able to collect that, and we'll just see again Johnny on the spot. Powell just going through the neutral zone. Puck comes through to him, and all he had to do was tap that into the wide open net.
Yeah, it was an easy one in the end, but it's just not the Inferno just not owning that space in front of the net well enough and letting players just float around.
Yeah, so just on that replay too, you saw the net came off just a little bit before, but Bredfeld was able to get it back on.
And there's a little bit of puck luck there, of course, but
yeah, but the puck actually never ended up coming through to Bredfeld, so that allowed just him trying to poke check it through. It went over to Powell, and Powell put that in the net. So it's a 5-1 hockey game early in the second period. So there's still time for the Inferno to come back, and as you've mentioned, with the shorter bench, they may be hoping for that third period to make a charge, but they'll want to start to bridge the gap sooner rather than later if they're going to want to be playing finals hockey here in the PHL.
If they want to get the playoffs, they've got to win this.
Sure. So here's McCoy now with the puck, and Jackson Lane activates, and he gets it in the slot with a shot, but a nice blocker save there by Leatham, who's able to get that and deflect that out of play. Nice little reminder, and I know early in the season, Ross, when he was part of the commentary team here, he mentioned, with Leatham, he is a full right tendy, right? So his glove hand's on his right hand. So sometimes that can throw off shooters a little bit as well. But, he's doing a great job so far, making all the important saves when necessary early on.
He's doing a good job. He's only let
also,
one in
great
early.
job by Cutter to pick the pocket of Gallagher, who gets that back to McKenzie. But there we go, Gavin Birchler, who's a man on fire tonight. Able to pick up the puck and negate that scoring opportunity. So here's Laver, who sends that deep, and Jack McCoy is going to pick that up for the Inferno behind his own net. So here's Jack McCoy sending it up to McKenzie, who tried to send that back to McCoy and ends up picking up the loose puck himself. So McKenzie now for the Inferno, skating it out of his zone, chips it up to Gallagher. The Inferno coming in on the half wall, tried to send it through the legs of Laver, but Laver able to kick that over to the corner. So Laver now separates Gallagher from the puck, and he's going to start skating himself. So here comes Laver activating. He's going to chip that into the corner and skate hard to beat out any Inferno and get there first. So Laver battling there against the Inferno, and the Inferno gets support through lane. So there's 2 Bruins and 2 Inferno, but the puck comes out to McCoy. So McCoy now for the Inferno through the neutral zone, sends that over to Jones. There's 3 Inferno now, and tried to drop that to Gallagher, but Todd Cutter picks it up. So here comes Cutter. He's got Klink behind him, drops it to Klink, who takes backhand.
Oh, too fancy.
Forehand to backhand, but wasn't able to connect it. But there's Cutter now with the puck in the corner and just into the skates of Bellick. But he figured that out, and he's got it. But battling hard is Birchler on Bellick, but not able to separate the puck. So here come the Inferno. We've got Krutzev backhand to forehand and just got that poke check off it, but he's going to collect that puck, that loose puck, and take it himself. Into the slot, takes the shot, just slightly after the whistle, but that was just slightly offside.
So a bit of a better progression there. The Bruins perhaps being a little bit too clever on that last attack and not taking a shot, trying to be a little bit too much fancy footwork. Of course, it's great when it works, but it does occasionally cost you the shot on. They've got enough of a lead, they can afford to take those sorts of risks.
So nice face-off win by Warren, who won that back to Laver, who sent that over to Peng. So here come the Bruins now into the neutral zone through Peng, able to get that forward. Now in the high slot is Laver with a shot off the post! Oh, that looked all but in, but stopped by the red piece of iron, eh? So here comes the Bruins now, and Laver's going to have his hands in his head when he gets on the bench. I promise you that. He thought that was in. So here comes Knox here for the Inferno. He's going to send that deep, and Leatham's going to come out and stop that there for Warren to pick up. So Warren now creating some space for himself, having a look, but a nice little poke check by Thompson. Thompson now battling against Laver, but Laver's going to just, shielding off the puck, and there comes Knox, who just laid Klink into Thompson, and there comes Jones, who's going to shoot that, deflected off the stick of ping into the netting.
It's a mathematical equation: force is mass times acceleration.
Yeah.
And we just saw not a lot of acceleration, but a lot of mass.
Yeah, great job here by Laver as well. If you saw, Jesse Thompson was coming in for the hit, but Laver expected it, so he kind of, G'd up, ready to get the reverse hit. But then Matty Knox came out of nowhere and just banged Klink into the both of them like a couple bowling pins. So here comes Alex Rose now, breaking it out for the Bruins, and into the neutral zone. Carrying the puck is Warren, who does a nice little drop pass to Powell. You got Nikitin in front of the net. Powell throws that on, but that goes into the corner. McKenzie just chips that away from Powell, and he's going to skate that out of the zone himself. So here come the Inferno with Gallagher picking up the puck just into the offensive zone, curls it back, and looks to get that deep. But Tommy Powell comes, strips the puck, and he'll take that behind his own net, drop that back to Warren, who will just slow the game down a little bit, wait for his guys to have a little bit of escape. And with that deflecting off the stick of Warren.
We'll get an icing and a face-off right back for the Bruins to have to defend. And this little opportunity now for the Inferno, they're going to need to get a goal. They've got 6 minutes to play in this period. They're down by 4 goals. They need to win this game. If they lose it, they're out, and they've all got to walk home. They've got to score a goal here.
Yeah, there we go. So face-off win there by Knox, but Nikitin's able to pick up the loose puck. So here come the Bruins on the far side. Cutting it in is Nikitin, and he gets that up to behind the net, but a nice little poke check by Bredfeld to send that over to the corner for Jones. So just out of the reach of Knox, and the Bruins will collect it in the neutral zone and just chip that the length of the ice. Lane not able to corral that, but Matty Campbell will. So here the Inferno, not much they can do. Tries to chip it forward to Knox, who's battling there against Laver. Gets it down to Cutter, who just tried to go glassing out, but was 2 inches too high. And he'll take a 2-minute rest, which
wouldn't mind too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say as long as the Inferno don't score, he might like it. But with 5 minutes left, the Inferno are gonna go on the 5-on-4 man advantage. They've got the power play going, and this is a must score, I reckon.
Absolutely, yep. If they don't score now, you can pretty much forget it. I think they'll be playing for pride, not for position in the playoffs. A four-goal
lead's not impossible to erase in one period, but you'd hope to go into the third period with maybe only 2 or 3 to have to chase. So here's Jones getting it back to McCoy, sends it over to Lane. So Lane here on the near side half wall sends it back to McCoy. McCoy now is having a look, takes a shot, deflected there, but deflected into the corner. So now here's Klink, who's going to have a look and just whip that all the way down the ice and force Jack McCoy down to pick that up.
Takes a valuable 15 seconds out of the penalty for the Bruins.
That's for sure. So Gavin Bursar, the front forward for the Bruins, but not able to affect that puck. So here comes Knox over the blue line for the Inferno. Passes that over to Jones, who has a shot, and what a save for Chris Leatham. Just flashes the leather, the old windmill.
He looks pretty happy with it too. He's got a bit of a strut in his shoulders.
For sure.
Yeah, got that one, boys.
He knows that's going up on the socials. That's going up on socials soon, eh? I don't know if it's quite save of the game against Mikey James, who had that diving stick save, but I'll tell you what,
it's up there.
It's up there for sure. So you're the Inferno still on the power play with Jones on the far wall. Tried to set that back to Knox, but Jackson Lane is going to pinch and collect that. So Lane now sends that deep for Knox, who's got it in the corner, who's going to whip that all the way across for Bellick. So Bellick on the far point now, walking the line, shoots it through. And the deflection just goes wide there. And Kevin
Inferno are missing here is they're just not moving enough through the zone and trying to create chaos in that Bruins defence. So letting them get their defence set up too stable, and as a result, there's no confusion in the goalie.
So great battle here in front with Peng, and the Inferno get a shot on, but nice save by Leatham, and as he expects his defenders to do, they collect the rebound and negate the scoring opportunity. So there's Powell, who's cheating a little, but wasn't able to get the pass, so he's going to shoot that all the way down the rest of the ice. So
this will be just about the end of the penalty.
Yep, with Todd Cutter coming out in 5. And we are now 5-on-5. But the Inferno have come in through McKenzie, who's on the half wall trying to cut past Peng, but Peng does a nice job to use his skates to block that from going through. And they tried the stretch past the Cutter, but Bellick was back. And Bellick is being battled here from the fresh legs of Todd Cutter, who just came out of the box. So Jones whips that through to Gallagher. So here's Gallagher. He's got Dalveen here on the right, but Gallagher's going to try to take it himself. It's still with Gallagher. Sends it to Dalveen.
There was the chance.
Oh, but Dalveen not able to get the contact on it that he wanted and sent that just wide. Kreutzlev able to keep that in for the Inferno, who's going to just try to chip that through, but only gets as far as Rose. And he's going to pass that over to Laver, who's going to just try to chip that through, but couldn't get it forward. So great pass there by Gallagher through to Thompson, who's going to split the D with speed. Comes in with a
Jesse
hook.
Thompson, he's been hooked. There's a penalty.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be Alex Rose or
Tommy
Powell. So that's going to be Tommy Powell.
Penalty.
So that was Jesse Thompson just splitting the D, and I think that's a professional penalty because I reckon he could have easily.
He knew what he was doing.
He could have easily had a great scoring chance there and might have been able to put that one on the board. So
some good intensity from Jesse Thompson there, busting down the middle with speed. That's what they need to be doing. They need to do more of that.
So the Inferno are going to hope that they can get a little bit of momentum from the last power play and perhaps score one there. So nice little pass back for Jones to McKenzie, who shoots that up, but the glove hand's working for Leatham.
Yep.
And
flash of the glove and away it is.
He's going to make that save and cover up. So Todd Cutter here up against Knox, and again we're a 5-on-4 power play for the Inferno, who are 0 for 1 so far tonight on the power play. And that face-off win's going to go straight down to Leatham, who's going to cover up.
And run the clock down again.
Run the clock down a little bit, for sure. He'll take those all day.
Every time you can slow it down is good for the Bruins.
For sure. So face-off win there by Cutter, and that's going to get down for Laver, who's going to shoot that up all the way down the ice, and Todd Cutter's going to have chase. So Todd Cutter now on a foot race there against McCoy, but McCoy's going to get there first. So McCoy is going to just corral that in the corner, and he's going to skate that out himself and send that up to McKenzie. So McKenzie here on his off wing, breaking through, has a look and tries to shoot that, but off the skate of Laver into the corner. So McKenzie picks up the rebound off Laver's skate and just battles there against young Jacob. So there in the corner, gets it down to McCoy. So McCoy sends it in front.
Yeah,
great stick lift by Birchler, who stopped a really great scoring opportunity there for Knox. But here come the Inferno again. But can't get a great scoring opportunity, and Alex Rose is going to send that the length of the ice for Bredfeld to send that up to Lane. So with 18 seconds left, this is now or never for this period for the Inferno, but a great job by the Bruins just to keep that out of the offensive zone. And with 10 seconds, this is going to be our last offensive rush. So McCoy over to Jones. 5 seconds left. Jones sends it through the middle, drops it, but with Klink getting that out, great little job to get that out to the neutral zone, and we'll have a 5-1 hockey game leading into the third period for a must-win for the Inferno.
So just to recap so far where we are in this game, the Bruins have had 26 shots to the Inferno's 18. Well and truly reflected on the score of 5 goals to the Bruins to 1. The Inferno absolutely must win this game or they are out. This is they're playing for a position in the playoffs. So far they haven't been terribly convincing, despite the fact that the Bruins have got a shortish bench, only got 4 subs, whereas the Inferno with much more lines. They're just not playing that intensity. They're not getting the speed through the middle that they need, and they're not creating enough confusion when they've had power plays as well. They're standing a bit too static and waiting for things to happen. If they don't pick up the pace and really start to get some more movement happening, the Bruins are just going to sit back and then use their energy as efficiently as they have so far. Players like Birchler and Tommy Powell, they're just going to tear them up the middle every chance they get.
So we'll see you in just over 10 for the third period, for the last period of the PHL regular season.
Yep, and it promises to be a cracker.
I'm a king of the bits, they never seen this before. I gotta give them the script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go, time is a goal. It's where my mind is right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Hockey is made of many things. Of early morning practices and cold rinks. Sticks and skates. Fresh sheets of ice and scuffed boards. Of grit and guts. Passion and power. Performance and precision. It's made of crushing physicality and split-second agility. Of generation after generation of lacing up, raising the cup, and not once giving up. We've always been, and always will be, true to this game. And this game doesn't demand much, just everything you've got. CCM.
I'm a king of the bits, they never seen this before. Woo! I gotta give them the script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Ready to go, time is a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
sticks. Run, run! Run! No! Good job, Tom.
Yeah, I'm a king of the bits. They never seen this before. Woo! I gotta give them the script. Yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go. Time is a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to iceHQ in a reservoir in Melbourne for the third period of the do or die for the Moat Inferno. They are currently trailing the Bruins by 4 goals. Bruins 5 goals, Inferno 1, with 26 shots on to the Bruins, to 18 for the Inferno. So not such a big discrepancy on the shot count, but certainly on the scoreboard it's looking pretty bad for the Inferno. They have to win this one if they are to make their way through to the playoffs. We don't want this to be their last game. Certainly they don't want this to be their last game, but the Snipers want it to be their last game. So, Anton, we're just about ready to get underway. We've got about 30 seconds or so to go while the teams get ready, but the Bruins just stalling a bit. They haven't even come out to the bench yet. Now they have got a short line.
They're just sucking as much air into the lungs as they can. But
just cruising.
You know what, Carl? I think I
saw. As they get on the ice, it's different.
I saw a bunch of the Inferno's players after the end of that second period, just looking a little dejected. I don't think that this is what anybody saw. For a game. I mean, I think we would have thought this would have been a little bit closer, and they did score the first goal of the game, and you could see they were G'd up. They were like, "Let's go! This is our opportunity." But since then, it's been all Bruins.
Yeah, they were expecting the Bruins, I think, to be a bit more conservative and a bit slow, but with a short bench. But that's not what they've done. They've come out hard. They've used their energy really wisely. They've played good, solid defence. They've had a good neutral zone trap, and pretty much all the way through. Whenever they've needed the intensity, they've been able to turn it up.
And it's been all Jordan Warren tonight with 4 points so far.
Tommy Powell with the assists as well. He's been doing a tower of work.
Jordan Warren on the hat trick already, and with 4 skaters on the ice right now for the Bruins. The Inferno on the power play will be hoping to get one early and try to chip away at this deficit. So here's McCoy now for the Inferno behind his own net, and he's going to feed that up to Matt Knox. So Knox is going to send that forward to Lane. That's just going to go wide and with the hand up for icing, but Jackson Lane with his speed is able to beat that out. So Lane now in the far corner, he's going to circle that back to Sean Jones. So Sean Jones now sends that back to Jack McCoy on the point. McCoy winds up for a little clapper, and that's going to get deflected far into the half wall and out of the box.
We are back to 5-on-5. Tommy Powell back on the ice.
Tommy Powell. So here's Tommy Powell right on cue in the neutral zone, skating in. So he's got some fresh legs after sitting for the final bit of that in his rest. But a great job there by McKenzie, who sends that up to Jones. So here come the Inferno, sending that back over to McKenzie with a shot, but a great save there by Leatham.
McKenzie a bit lucky there not to get pinged for a high stick. He bit of a flash of the blade over the shoulder. Lucky he didn't make contact with anything.
There you go. So here's Powell, who just corrals the puck, and he's going to take that back into his own defensive zone and just wait for an opening. He's going to send that off the wall, but a great job there by Knox to keep that in. So there's Knox sending it over to Campbell, who sends that back to Knox with a shot, saved by Leatham, and here comes Laver. So here comes Jacob Laver with speed. He's going to curl back around Bellick, but he's going to circle and just send that back behind the net to to a no danger opportunity. So great high percentage play there by Laver. So there's Nikitin giving chase onto Bellick, who's going to walk up the half wall and collect that out and send that over to Jesse Thompson. So Jesse Thompson in on Warren, but Warren with a great stick to keep that in. And he's just going to sauce that up, and here's Nikitin. So Nikitin here on the half wall winds up with a clapper, but that just goes wide. Jesse Thompson just missed it on the skate, and that's going to come back into the neutral zone for the Bruins. So here comes Warren. Nice little move to create space for himself. And he's going to circle back. He didn't like what he saw. So Warren now circling in the neutral zone for the Bruins, skating the puck in himself, brings it into the slot area, cuts back there to Peng, who does a nice move, 2 moves, around 2, into the middle. Oh, did a great job to make some space, but wasn't able to get a shot away.
The Bruins doing a really nice job with that neutral zone movement, just keeping the puck moving around while the rest of them get a bit of a rest. It's very similar to what the Dogs are doing with the neutral zone trap as well, and getting out of that area when they get caught.
Yeah, I think, with the short bench, they've done a great job of making sure that they play smart. And if they don't see something forward, they circle back and take protection of the space with that regroup and then look for a sure thing. So there's a little chip pass out, and Gavin Birchler's going to pick that up on his own blue line. So he's in with Nikitin. Gavin Birchler here on the left wing, circling, battling hard with Lane, and Lane able just to separate the puck. So here come the Inferno through Jones. Jones in the middle of the ice, tried to walk through the defense, but a nice stick by Cutter to send that into the corner. So here's Cutter now for the Bruins, skating it out himself through the neutral zone, chips that through into the skates, picks it up himself again. Todd Cutter circling the net and far into the far wall. So he's going to send that through for Jacob Laver to pick it up, and Laver's going to send that into the corner there for Bursar, a little far, but Klink is able to get there first. Sends that into the middle, and that comes through. But Sean Jones able just to collect that and use his patience to wait and try to get that up to McCoy. But McCoy able to battle there against Laver to chip that puck deep. And Klink's going to reverse that through back to Laver. So Laver on the half wall now, chips it high, looking to get the puck out. And here comes Bursar. But a nice stick there by McKenzie to just keep it in for a moment. But the Bruins are out. So here comes Klink. We tried to feed that over to Cutter, but nice intercept by Knox. Able to just get it past Laver, but not past Rose. Rose trying to go cross ice to Cutter, who gets it on the point. He's going to dump that in for Klink to give chase. So Klink in the far corner with the puck now. Just tried to, play the body, but the puck squirted through, and Jackson Lane was able to pick it up. So Lane now through the neutral zone over to Knox. Knox down on the half wall, skating into the near side wing, around the net, having a look for a pass, gets it back to Campbell, but a nice job with a pickpocket. And that was Nikitin just off the bench, able to pick the pocket of Matty Campbell, which negated that scoring opportunity.
Matty Campbell would be a bit frustrated about that one. He thought it was in the net.
So Peng reverses it through, but only as far as Campbell for the Inferno. So the Inferno take that into far, centers it, but Peng with a nice job with the stick to get to the corner. So here's Knox now, circling the net. He's got plenty of space in front of him, having to look for a teammate, gets it in front. Nice shot there by Campbell, and the puck's loose. Leatham didn't know where it was, but his defender able to get that through, and Todd Cutter just pushed Campbell down on the ice. I think he's pretty lucky not to get an interference penalty there, but if the ref doesn't call it, it's fair game, right?
That's pretty much how it works, but also the rules about interference are relaxed in front of the slot.
So here comes Gallagher, and for the Inferno, brings into the slot with a shot, just with Leatham moving from left to right, but with his glove hand, and that's right, that right-handed glove, able just to glove that puck. So on a normal goalie...
Not where you would expect it to be, absolutely. It's a good inventive play by Jesse. He got the goalie moving. Got him moving the way he wanted to, but flash of the hand, and hang on a sec, that's something to be a glove. Where'd that come from?
And I'll tell you what, if that was blocker side on a regular goalie, it wouldn't be as easy to kind of reach back and corral that into the glove. So nice save by Leatham. Yeah, and here comes Gavin Birchler. So Gavin Birchler for the Bruins drops it there for Powell, who sends it over to Warren. So Warren, who already has 3 goals, trying to find the neutral zone, trying to find the slot, but wasn't able to get past the Inferno. So great little stretch pass there for Jones for the Inferno. He's in with a pass through to Krutzev. Just couldn't find it, but he'll pick up his own little rebound there in the corner. So here's Krutzev feeding it back to McKenzie on the point. McKenzie with a shot, deflected off the stick of Powell and into the netting. So
interesting, the Inferno have moved Krutzev up into an attacking position there. Just rotating around through as a forward for a brief stint, and just using his speed, trying to maybe get a bit of a G up for the boys by a bit of enthusiasm with his youth.
in a 5-1 game, the Inferno will be staying on the bench to the D. You have to activate. We need that offensive play. So every opportunity, look for the guys of Jackson Lane, Kreutzlev, Bellick. Look for them to join the attacking play to just try to get that extra body to claw back this deficit.
Yeah, well, Lane's certainly been putting an awful lot into this game as well. He's played tremendously well. He's done a great work rate.
So there's Warren. Nice little move to create space. Gets it over to Birchler, who takes a shot and just gets it wide. Laver, though, collects that on the blue line there, sends it in front, but a nice little kick save there by Bredfeldt to put that over to the corner. And here's Gallagher now, who collects it in the neutral zone, gets it up to Jones, who's forced just to wait because Gallagher
Powell and Gallagher a little bit of a push and shove, and Powell just he's going to get some time. Sorry, not Warren.
Warren.
Jordan Warren there. He's going to give himself a bit of time. He was just deliberately forcing Gallagher offside. And Gallagher wasn't very happy about it, obviously, so he kind of gave a bit of a shove back. And, yeah, that's a fair penalty, I think.
Yeah, I think, that's one of those that, there might have been a little bit of extra body laid on by Gallagher, but, you often get the retaliatory play. The first one isn't always called. But there's Jackson Lane with a shot, just high and wide. But Trenton Delvine's going to collect that and send that back to McCoy. So McCoy on the point now for the Inferno, sends it off the half wall down to Delvine. So Delvine now, corralling it high, sends it all the way across to Thompson. Thompson sends it deep down to Lane, who's going to bring that back up and just create space for himself and dump it down for Jesse Thompson to give chase. So Jesse Thompson now behind the net battling with Laver. Laver trying to lay the body, but Jesse Thompson able to keep the puck. He's going to send that back to McCoy, who sends that through with a deflection in front. Chris Leatham with the save, another save, a third save, and Jacob Laver clears the rebound. Great play there by Chris Leatham to collect the play, and there's Jack McCoy in his own zone able to collect it. So here's Jack McCoy for the Inferno, who've had a couple good scoring opportunities on this power play. And Jackson Lane's going to bring it in, and he's just going to stop on the half wall, take a shot on. Nice save, kick save there by Leatham. And McKenzie's able to collect that. He's going to walk that into the slot, a shot, the puck's loose, and it's in!
There it is.
That's the goal they needed.
They desperately needed that one.
That's the goal they needed. So a great job by McKenzie to walk off the half wall, curl in, get a shot just under the arm of Leatham, pop there into the blue paint, and a nice job there by the Inferno just to tap that one in. So we've got a three-goal lead now for the Bruins, and this is what the Inferno need. Are they heating up, Carl?
Well, that was a much better progression. They're getting much more movement, a bit more desperation in their play, and that's what they needed to be doing right from the start. Perhaps the Bruins tiring a little bit as well. That is bound to happen with the short bench.
So there you go. Power play goal by Sean Jones, who, like so many goals so far tonight, was Johnny on the spot and able just to collect that
dirty rebound. You've got to be there to get it, though. That's
for sure. So here's the Inferno, who would be buoyed a little bit by that play, trying to with some momentum. There's McKenzie again with a shot. So let's see if they can, if the Bruins can keep this away. So here's Powell, and he's all alone. So he's just going to try to wait to get his teammates to come in, and he'll take that into the corner. And he's going to try to send that back to Warren, but that's going to be cut off there by McCoy. McCoy is going to circle that back over to Jones, the goal scorer, who's going to take a look and look for that stretch pass up to Knox, who's able to get it, but that deflects only as far as Rose, who sends that back. But here comes Jones in on the zone, chips that over to Campbell, who brings it back with a shot on and a glove save again by Chris Leatham.
I think, Anton, what we're starting to see is the Bruins are running out of legs. They've certainly dropped that intensity in the last few minutes. I think they might have hit a bit of a wall, and you can see they're slow getting it on off the bench now as well. They've still got a few bit of gas if you give them some room to move. But when Tommy Powell had the last attack, he was on his own, and that's not what we saw in the first two periods. They would have had two Bruins with him, and this time none.
So here's Jesse Thompson on the half wall with a great pass over to Bellick. So Bellick now deep in the corner with Matty Campbell and Logan Gallagher in front. But Kevin Peng able to keep the puck, brings it into the zone, and chips that forward to Nikitin. So here we go with three Bruins. Nikitin gets it over to Birchler. He's going to take a shot, and that's just going to go wide. So great little defensive play by Thompson to force that. And Thompson now pokes it forward, but Jacob Laver able to keep the puck away for a second there. So there's Cutter through to Laver. So here comes Laver with speed into the zone, takes a shot on, and he's going to go chase his own rebound against Kreutzlev there in the corner. So Kreutzlev gets it up to Thompson against his equal number in Nikitin, and there goes Laver with a big hit on Thompson, and there you go. Kreutzlev's not happy. A little bit of pushing and shoving, but that was a clean hit. And here comes Campbell now for the Inferno. Here on the half wall, does a great job to protect the hit. And now, you know what? Here we go, and I think we're going to get a 2-minute penalty here for Birchler for charging. I think that play down in the corner with Laver on that hit on Thompson. And then that, just as we're seeing on the replay, that hit by Laver, and then Kreutzlev came in and had a little bit of a late hit. We had a little bit of pushing there, and then Gavin Birchler came from the neutral zone and just laid out laid out the Inferno player here on the half wall, and he'll be sitting for 2.
Yep, with 6.5 minutes to play, this is another opportunity for Inferno to get a quick goal. They've got a major, we've got a 2 and 10.
10 and 2, 2 and 10,
Yep,
yeah.
2 and 10. So in the last 10 minutes of the game too, that'll put Birchler out for a suspension for the next game, which will be different, which will make their next round challenging when they play the playoff against probably the Snipers, but it could still be the Inferno.
Let's remember that the last power play that the Inferno had, they did score.
They
and
certainly
with
did.
Birchler now sitting for 10, that means now that the Bruins are even one less than what they already are on the bench. So let's see what the Inferno have. This is pretty much a power play they must score on, you reckon, if they're gonna get back into this game.
They're going to need to score on almost every possession.
Yeah, so here come the Inferno, chipped in front, nice save by Leatham, but Alex Rose able to clear that, and here comes Kevin Peng. He'll just have a look, and he'll send that the length of the ice, and stopped there by Bredfeld, who hasn't really been busy here in the third period. You know, for the first 2, it's all Bruins, but this third period has been all Inferno. So here's Jackson Lane with speed coming into the zone. He's going to chip that into the corner and collect it. Alex Rose watching him. He's going to circle that back, but Tommy Powell's there. He'll have a look, and he'll send that the length of the ice. And here comes Warren. He's already on a hat trick. Will he have 4? In alone, he scores!
Short-handed goal.
There you go.
That's going to be put down your glasses.
Put down your glasses.
Unfortunately for the Inferno, that's catastrophic.
Yeah,
They needed to score, not go the other way around in that one. So that's, I can't see them getting back from there, and there'll be some pretty disappointed boys. I can see Steve Bellick not exactly looking very impressed with that, but at the same time, they had to take the risks, and when you do take risks, you let players get in behind you, and that's what they have to do. So
that's Jordan Warren's 5th point of the evening, a short-handed goal with a great pass by Powell to send that in. And then once Warren was in, I think we all knew what was going to happen next, and he made no mistakes for his 4th goal of the hockey game.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Inferno, I think it's too little too late. Even though the Bruins have definitely tired, they had to throw caution to the wind. And when you do that, you do open up that back door, and they're going to get out sometimes.
Oh! There's Karutsev trying to just throw the body, and luckily he missed, because if he laid that, he'd be out for 10 as well. So here comes Bellick now into the zone, takes a shot, blocker save there by Leatham, and Todd Cutter's going to chase here on Karutsev. Krutzev reverses that over to Thompson, who just drops that back to Gallagher, who's going to have a peek and send that all the way down to the ice for Krutzev, and that's going to go down for icing. But Leatham comes out to reverse it, and that's going to come through to Leatham, and a save there by Leatham on the half wall to cover up, and we're going to have
4 minutes to play.
Save. So let's just keep an eye right now on the game. I mean, Krutzev has been laying the body, but it's starting to heat up quite a bit, and you know, obviously we saw that back and forth over here with Laver, but that last one, he took 12 or 13 strides going in, and as I said,
wouldn't call that charging at all, would
nah,
you?
he's very lucky that he didn't connect on that one, that's for sure. So
if you're not sure about the rule, you're not allowed to take, I think, is it 3 steps these days in the straight line before it's called charging?
Here you go, so Tim Nikitin on the breakaway. Can he do what Warren just did? And he does not. Great save by Bredfeld on the breakaway, but Nikitin went and got his rebound and sent that forward to Powell, who put that on, but no goal. So here come the Inferno through Jones, who, if you remember, scored a power play goal to reduce the deficit to 3. And here come the Inferno. So here's McCoy deep in the corner. He's looking up at the point. Jackson Lane's looking for it. McCoy brings it in, circles, takes a shot, and Leatham makes another save. So there's Powell, fakes the shot just to create some space, send it back to the protection of his own net. Leatham and Peng just sort of miscommunication there, which allowed Sean Jones to pick up the puck. He's going to send that back to McKenzie. He's going to send it through. Nice deflection by Knox, but wasn't able to get that through. Klink now there in the corner, battling for the puck. The Inferno come out with it through Knox. Knox gets it into the middle, but not able to get a scoring opportunity. But he's battling hard there with the Bruins, and the Bruins are finally going to get it out through Laver, but only as far as the neutral zone to McKenzie. Just had to wait for his teammate to get inside. A couple nice moves, but not able to get that shot on net.
Inferno a little bit unlucky before. They did have a good crowding opportunity with some rebounds popping around in front of the net, but just not quite getting the puck luck for that one.
So here's Jackson Lane in his own zone being chased by 2 Bruins, gets it up to McKenzie, who sends it through to Knox. Knox just loses the puck there to Warren, who's having an absolutely brilliant game, and he's going to look in for Powell, chip that through. Great job by Powell to corral the puck, and he's going to reverse that for Warren to go collect. But Knox was quicker, and he's got that now, and he's going to have a look, but deflects that off the skate of Klink, and Jackson Lane's going to send that out into the neutral zone. So here comes Jesse Thompson, and he's got McCoy with him. There's 2, but Laver doing a great job to get back. Circles in front, but Alex Rose able to get the stick and negate that scoring opportunity. So here's Powell.
Under 2 minutes now to play, and 4-goal the deficit. 6 goals to the Bruins, 4 goals, 2 goals to Inferno.
So here's Warren trying to look for Cutter, but cut off there by Bellick, who does a great job to get through a few Bruins there, but Jesse Thompson not able to collect that and get past Rose. So shot through there, fat rebound. Jesse Thompson with the shot, just goes wide. And here's Gallagher. So Gallagher's going to send it to the point to Kreutzlev. He's going to walk the line and have a shot. Deflection wide again. Bellick's going to activate, send that in on net. A little bouncing puck. Jesse Thompson back to Gallagher. Gallagher curling, having a look, back down to Thompson. Thompson behind the net. Circles, getting fought there by Rose. Over to Gallagher with a shot. High. And deflection into the netting. And
1 minute left to play. At the end of this face-off, that'll be the last stanza of this game. Some good inventive play there. Jesse Thompson really committing, and the youngsters in the Inferno team have really busted themselves to do the best they can, and you can see the work rate they've put in. But the Bruins have just always had the answer.
Tell you what, Glenn Mayer on the bench, I caught him just in between the second and the third, and he's really happy with the play of his team. And I think the Bruins will be really buoyant.
Oh, there it is. There's an Inferno goal, but it's too little too late.
That's Austin McKenzie.
Let's have a look at this one on the rebound. You can see loose player in the slot, not marked.
Comes through and it just
picks up
backhands it there.
A cheeky backhand.
There you go. So, Austin McKenzie can say he scored the last Inferno goal for the inaugural or the reboot of the Pro Hockey League here at iceHQ. So this will be the end of the Inferno. The Bruins doing an amazing job tonight with a short bench, and they'll be up against the Snipers next week for the semifinal and the right to play the undefeated CCM Dogs.
Yep, it'll be a cracking final series, but. That's it for today's game. So just to let you guys know what's coming up next. Next week we have the playoff final between the Snipers and the Bruins. Inferno are eliminated today from the, as Anton was saying, the reboot, if you will, of the Pro League here. Many years ago it was played on inline skates, but now we've got real skates. Did I say that out loud? I think I did.
But great season by the Inferno.
Yep.
They've had some great hockey games. I'm really excited to see next week's game between the Bruins and the Snipers.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm tipping the Snipers are going to start to roll a few.
Yeah,
they've worked a lot better. They had a bad game today against the Dogs, but there's a lot more in that team when it combines well. So. For the end of today's game, thank you, Anton, very much for your calls. It's been terrific. It's been a fantastic season so far, and we are really excited for next Friday night's playoff first finals.
Can we call it the Laver Cup with Jacob Laver against Brent Laver? I don't know.
Unofficially, when no one's listening, you could possibly get away with it. Don't tell Ross. It'll
be a great game next week between the Bruins and the Snipers. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week.